Hey everyone, it's Rebecca from DevourDinner.com. Happy Sunday and welcome to my kitchen. I'm excited to be here and I hope you are too. We're gonna have a great Instant Pot live recipe demo today. We're making Instant Pot taco soup. This is a classic family recipe and let me tell you, it is well needed here. We are cold. We've gotten snow and frigid temperatures and I am ready for this home classic soup made in the Instant Pot. But before we get going, we're gonna just make sure that we're all connected to our devices and that everybody can hear me. So as you log on, please say hello in the comments. Let me know you're here. Give me those hearts, give me those thumbs up so we can get rolling. And I'm gonna make sure that we're broadcasting how we're supposed to. Oh, I'm seeing a bunch of thumbs up. Hey, Chris, how are you? Chris is from California. I love it. Let's see if I just dropped a link in the comments. We are live on YouTube. Oh, this is fantastic. All right, we are live on YouTube and on Facebook today, which is phenomenal. I love it. There we go. There's a bunch of people looking good on both. Fantastic. Let's get started. Let me get some of this stuff out of my screen so I can see what's going on. We're not quite hot on our Instant Pot yet. So I have set the Instant Pot to saute and we're waiting for it to heat up. So it'll take a few minutes. When it does, that front panel is going to read hot. Pretty cool, right? That's our signal to know that we can go ahead and get started. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil and some hamburger. Now I'm using hamburger that's a 90-10 hamburger. You can use an 80-20, you can use any combination that you want. It's up to you. And then we're gonna get going on this fantastic soup recipe. So I've dropped in the comments a link to the recipe that you can get to, which we're super excited about. We've got lots of people on today. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Chris. Patty, Sherry, Lisa, Doreen, Phyllis. Oh, Phyllis says, Rebecca, I can hear you great. I love it. Hi, Kathy. How are you? From Florida. Volume is good. Hi, Sigrid. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. Does anyone notice? I got new glasses. Kind of fun, right? So we're trying those out today, see how well we like them. And then I also got my hair cut. It's been kind of a crazy week over here. All right, the front panel is reading hot. So let's get this started and we'll start chatting. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of olive oil to the bottom, tablespoon, 2 or 2. We don't need a ton. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add some hamburger. Now, let's see here. Let's go top down. Oops, let's try that again. There we go. All right, and I'm going to just break up the hamburger. We're not gonna fully cook it on saute, but we are gonna break it up until it's all crumbled. The rest of it will cook under pressure. And we're also going to add in some diced onion as well as a little bit of garlic. Now you know right off, look, see how that oh, you can't see yet, hold on. That hamburger will stick to the bottom. So make sure you're using a flat-edged wooden spoon so that you can scrape the bottom as we're working with this. We're also gonna add in those onions. And we're gonna add in the garlic. We're just gonna crumble this up. Now, just like with any meats, when they hit that bottom of that stainless steel liner in here in the Instant Pot, they adhere and they stick. Give it some time. Let the pot do its work. Gradually, that will lift up naturally on its own. So don't panic, don't scrub really hard right now. Let's just get this hamburger crumbled up and put together, okay? And like I said, we're not gonna cook this completely, but because it was so hot, you're noticing that a lot of it's already cooked up. And now on the bottom, look at this. It's lifting up, just like I told you. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of shift everything around. and scrape that bottom, because now where it's naturally lifting up from the bottom, we do want to make sure we can get up as much as we can before we deglaze the bottom of the pot. And it looks like we've gotten all of it. You see how I'm just working my way around the pot? Now, another favorite recipe that I have is a chicken taco soup recipe. It is wonderful. You do it with some chicken tenders, cut it to throw into the Instant Pot. I've done that on a live before, and I'll get that link dropped here just a moment. All right, I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to add a little bit of our liquid. Now, the recipe calls for about 2 cups of chicken broth, and if you know your measurements, then you know in 1 can of chicken broth, it's not quite 2 cups. So the remaining liquid, I'm just going to use water. So I've added in that little bit of water, and we're scraping the bottom. Now I've already scraped it once, but with the liquid there, I can just ensure that everything else is lifted up. And this is how you deglaze the bottom of your pot. This is a necessary step to avoid the burn. Notice. Now that we've got that all done, how are we doing there? We doing okay? All right, I'm gonna add in the rest of that water, and I'm gonna add in chicken broth. So we want 2 cups total, because remember, it's a soup. Now we're gonna start layering up our other ingredients. So with this recipe, I'm going to add in some diced green chilies. Now I'm using mild green chilies, but this is where you could choose to use medium temperature or even hot, depending upon what spicy level you and your family love, okay? We love flavor, not so much the spice, and we'll use hot sauce to heat it up at the end for those in our family who like that, because not everybody does. And I'm sure at home you run into the same or similar problems. So I'm using a can of mild diced green chilies. Just gonna dump that in there. And then I'm going to add into it a can of corn and a can of beans. Now I'm using black beans today. You can use kidney beans, you can use pinto beans, you can use whatever kind of beans you love. If you'll notice, I'm just kind of pouring and dumping, right? Okay, then we're gonna add a can of diced tomatoes, the whole can with the liquids. We're just gonna pour that right on top. We're gonna add to it about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. There we go. Put that off to the side. Clean my fingers. All right, and then we're gonna top it off with some tomato sauce. Now, like I've said, I'm layering this. I'm not gonna stir it. The reason why is we need all of that thin liquid that's down there to come to a boil to make pressure. So we're gonna put our lid on it. Close the lid. Remember to close the pressure valve in back. And then we're gonna set it. And we're gonna set this for 5 minutes, 5 minutes. So use your plus and minus keys to adjust. The plus and minus keys to adjust the time. Bring it up to 5 minutes. When you hear that beep, you will know that the pressure cooker is taking over. It's accepted those readings. The first thing it's gonna do is heat up that bottom element. Now it has to heat everything in the pot. That's a lot. We put a whole can of corn, a whole can of beans, a whole can of diced tomatoes, 2 cups of chicken broth, plus the hamburger, plus the onions, plus the green chilies. Oh, you know what we forgot? Time out. Let's get that seasoning in there. Okay, this is just a whole container, a whole packet of taco seasoning. Again, you can choose if you want to do hot, medium, or mild on your seasoning. Now let's close that up. Okay, we should still be good, but I'm gonna double check. There we go. Okay, it's doing its thing. So it's going to heat that bottom element up. And when that element gets hot, it's going to bring the liquid inside to a boil. As it comes to a boil, it will then create steam. Steam creates pressure, and it will seal off the back of our unit. Then the pressure cooking time happens. Now, this recipe can easily be done on the stovetop, right? In fact, that's how I made it for years. But here's a little tip. This soup is so much better when it gets a slow simmer for hours, so all those flavors can meld together. Raise your hand if you're a busy mom or dad at home, or a busy grandparent. Sometimes we don't have time for a slow simmer all day, am I right? Thank goodness for an electric pressure cooker, because in 5 minutes, it's going to take all of those natural flavors and meld them all together so that we have one delicious pot of taco soup. So I hope you have your ingredients at home. I hope you're following side by side, and I hope you have your dinner started in your Instant Pot right now. And I'm gonna hop over and we're gonna answer questions, and we're gonna clean up this stuff, because I got a lot to talk about today. Let's see, we're gonna, I did it again, you guys. Okay, let's try that again. Let's cancel it. Let's go again. There we go. I've got too many cords back here, and it just unplugged on me when I tried to move it. So we're gonna set it off to the side, let it do its thing. Uh-oh, Carrie. Listen, Carrie, we're all friends here, so welcome. Don't be afraid of your pressure cooker. In fact, go pull it out right now. Go pull it out. Listen, go pull it out and let's just start playing with some buttons. Just try to get familiar with it, because this recipe is so simple. You saw how quick and easy I just threw everything in the Instant Pot to have dinner, and you can have it too. And let me just say, I have got some fantastic people who help me out. So we have Amy from the Instapot 101 for Beginners group. Welcome, Amy. She's traveling today, and I'm excited that you're here, along with her team of moderators from the Instant Pot 101 for Beginners group. That is a fantastic group. It is filled with so many wonderful people, fantastic moderator and admin, of course, along with some incredible bloggers. The bloggers that are dropping links to their recipes in these groups, these recipes are tried and true. They're great recipes. So they're perfect to start with, any of those recipes from any of those bloggers. So keep that in mind. Oh, Michelle's so fun. Michelle says, I become a lot more confident when watching Rebecca. You know what? And that's why I do this. This is a safe place to ask your questions. I don't care how silly you think they are, because guess what? I made the same mistakes and I had to learn too. So everybody here is happy to answer your questions to help you get going. Amy, it sounds like Amy is in North Carolina today. Sigrid says, my stomach is growling. Kimberly says, I've made the chicken taco soup. It's delicious. I've got Bill in the background today dropping some links. However, did you guys notice that I was able to drop a link? New technology, new things going on here at Devour Dinner Kitchen to make things nicer and easier for you at home, and I'm kind of excited about it. Kind of excited. Okay, let's talk here for a minute. You guys are so fantastic. All these hellos, big hugs. All these hellos. Okay, we're going to talk about these today. I haven't talked about them in a long time. Those of you, some of you on here I know have these at home. These are Super Cubes, SOUPERCUBES. And let me explain to you what they are. The top is hard. The top comes off, right? The outside edge is hard. It's really hard. You can't squish it. But underneath is silicone. Okay, these are a super cool product, like super, super fun. So what they are is, this is for storing your leftovers to freeze them. How many of you like to pull out a freezer meal another day or take something to lunch? I know I do. Like, it's really, really helps. Super cubes are the answer. So I'm going to drop in the comments a link with a discount code. The code is Devour Dinner in lower cases with 10 at the end. Devour Dinner 10 will get you 10% off any of their products. This is a 2-cup size right here. It'll fill 2 cups. You can also make little mini lasagnas in here, or a little tater tot casserole, or any number of things. This other size is a 1-cup size right here. Now, these have been used and used and used, and I fill them with things like taco soup. I fill them with split pea soup. I fill them with casseroles. I have even made mashed potatoes and frozen mashed potatoes with gravy, you name it. But look at how beautiful and clean they are. You know how most things, when you use a tomato-based sauce, it turns it all yucky red and stains it? Not these. These are like fantastic. So I think we've got that link dropped at this point. Yep, Bill has dropped that link. So if you're interested in these are a wonderful product. I first came across these products. They were on Shark Tank, if you ever watched Shark Tank. And they did get a sponsor at that. I've actually met the owners. I met them in Chicago. And let me tell you, they're the most down-to-earth people. Just a very small business. They created this, and they do a lot of fun stuff with it. And these come in all sizes. So you can get a 1-cup size, which are these, a 2-cup size, which are these. See the difference? You can get even down to little tablespoon size, which are super fun, because if you're making things like gravies or sauces, like when I make my 10-minute teriyaki sauce, I like to save some of those in the little portions so that I can freeze them, pull them out, put them in a Ziploc bag, and then if I just want a single serving of some vegetables, I can pull out just one of those frozen teriyaki sauce and throw it in with my vegetables, and it's perfect. Perfect. Keeps me from throwing away that extra little bit at the end. You know what I'm talking about. Kind of fun. Peggy says, be sure to use tried and true recipes. You know, it makes a difference. And that's what I love about the Instapot 101 for Beginner group. The bloggers over there are super friendly. They circle back around and will answer questions if you leave comments on the posts that they drop. Their recipes have been made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands and thousands of times. And those are the kind of recipes you want to try, especially as a beginner. You don't want to have any problems because it's already scary enough, right? Trust me, I know. Doreen says, I made chicken divan. Should I put a lid on the pot in the recipe? Chicken broccoli, not tender, did according to directions. Doreen, that's interesting, because if you're using my chicken divan recipe, then you would know, then it would work. So maybe just pressure it up for a few more minutes. You can cover it. It's fine. Are you doing 2 tiers or 1? You know how that pot in pot method is 2 tiers? Sometimes I do notice when you're doing the 2 tiers, whatever's on this bottom tier does take longer. If you're just doing 1 pot in there, it does really well. Of course, everybody does like their broccoli done at a little bit different tenderness too. So you might want to add a minute. Okay, Doreen says you're doing 2. That's probably the reason. So throw it back in, do a little bit more time. It'll pressure up super fast, especially if you've got a lot on that top one. If the top one's done, pull that one out. Just let the bottom one go. Patty says, I love my cubes. Easy question. I made steel cut oatmeal in the Instapot last week. I had at least 2 cups liquid. Did I get the burn notice because I stirred it? Okay, steel cut oats. I do, let me think. 1 cup of steel cut oats to 2, I might do 3 cups of liquid. I bet I do 3 cups of liquid and not 2 cups of liquid. It might be you didn't have enough liquid in it. I don't know, that's weird, because you shouldn't need that much liquid to pressure up. I don't know, let me look at that, Peggy, and I'll get back to you. Kathy says she loves her super cubes. Carrie says, thank you for the amazing support. Carrie, that's what I'm here for. Patty says, have a friend come over to help you. A hand to hold helps. I agree. I totally agree. Whenever I do these lives, feel free to invite a friend to your house or invite a friend to watch with me live. You can always be texting each other in the background, which is super fun. Because this is like a social event, and I try to keep up on all of these questions to answer in real time, because that's what makes it fun, right? I think it does. Kathy says, I've learned so much from Rebecca's demos. Sigrid says the same. Peggy says she makes the taco soup in her crock pot, dumps everything in, juices and all. Yes, well, that's the other way to do it. You can absolutely do it in your crock pot, put it on low, let it simmer all day long when you're at work. It'll be phenomenal as well. And that's the wonderful thing about an Instant Pot, is there's not just one way to make it. There's lots of ways. Now, you guys know I love my Instant Pot. I love my crock pot. I love my stove and my oven. And of course, I love my air fryer. How many of you got an email this week or saw on the news that Cosori has recalled over 2 million air fryers? One of them's mine. I'm crying. Okay, listen, I'm going to drop a link. If this is the first time you're hearing about it, you need to submit for a return on it as well. And they go through the steps so that they can send you a new one. That's only if you're using a Cosori air fryer and it's one of them that they have marked for the recall. So I'm not going to go into all of the models and everything like that, but we're going to get that link dropped. So if you haven't heard from it, you can get on the list and you can find out what you need to do to get your air fryer replaced, okay? Because they are a fire hazard, and Cosori has recalled over 2 million air fryers. And you guys know how much I love my air fryer. So we're gonna drop that link. Perfect, Bill just did that. Peggy said I had my sister on the phone when I did the water test. And she hid behind a wall. Kathy says, my Cosori was not on the recall list. Okay, I'm jealous. Like, you don't know how jealous I am, because I use this. I test recipes for you at home, and I don't know what I'm going to do. Don't know what I'm going to do. Sigrid said, I just ordered the teaspoon super cubes. Will be great for pesto. Yes, it is great for pesto. It's great for so many things. It's wonderful. All right. Our pressure cooker has sealed. Pretty quickly, the front is going to start reading 5, and it'll count down in numbers, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So when the pressure cooker is cooking, it counts down in numbers. For this recipe, we're gonna do a quick release at the end and release all the pressure at once. However, now listen, if we were doing a natural pressure release, we would watch those numbers go up in numbers as it's naturally releasing the pressure. So make sure whatever recipe you're doing, you pay attention in the recipe directions. Does it have a quick release, a natural pressure release? Make sure that you know, okay? Pretty simple, both of them. Just know what the difference is. A quick release is when we quickly open the pressure valve and that pressure shoots up to the ceiling, and we're gonna release all of that pressure quick and fast. A natural pressure release is when we let the pressure naturally release on its own, and a recipe will tell you exactly how many minutes to do that. So keep that in mind. Okay, let's see. What other fun stuff can I share with you guys today? How many of you have hopped on over to my other sister website, Best Cookie Recipes? Are you guys fans over there? I know we have like all kinds of people watching from week to week. Do you know that I have 2 websites? Some of you are still learning that I do, and I launched this last year. So if you don't know about it, bestcookierecipes.com is my sister site, and it has all cookie recipes. Kind of fun, huh? So make sure you hop on over there. We're going to drop the link to that one in the comments. There it is, for Best Cookie Recipes. and, you know, check out some fun cookies because let me tell you, they're delicious. So Best Cookie Recipes was something that came about last year. For those of you who follow me, last year I went to Chicago for a conference. Bloggers got together, food bloggers got together from all over the world in Chicago last year. And there was a conference where we learned more about how to provide great content for you at home and how to do all the things that we're doing. And it was wonderful. And I went to it. And the result of that conference was this second website, which was so fun. Well, guess what? I'm going back. So just a little sneak peek. I will be leaving for Chicago this week, so I will be gone. And I'm going to learn all kinds of fun new things. That's going to be fun, but then added to it, I will be attending the International Home Show in Chicago, which is huge. So that's at the McCormick Center there in Chicago. And that is where brands from all around the world, big brands, medium brands, and small mom and dad brands, come to show their products off for buyers and influencers. And I get to wander around these conference rooms with their booths set up to see all of their products, their new products they're working on, things that are going on. And I get to connect with these brands to find products that maybe I might like and maybe you might like. And I'm super, super excited about that. That's where I got to meet the owners of Supercubes last year, was at the International Home Show, and that was so much fun. So I'm going to that conference as well. They're both in Chicago, so I'm excited for that. Which means I will not be live next week. Not going to be live. Truth be told, I'm not going to be live for a couple of weeks. I know, I can hear you guys yelling from all over. I'm sorry. I've got to go back and help my kids. I was gone helping my kids on a spur of the moment that happened recently. They ran into needing some help, and so I hopped on a plane and went. I'm going back to help them as well. So I will not be live till towards the end of March. But here's the good news. I've been doing these Facebook Lives now for years, which means we have plenty of videos stockpiled up in the Facebook archives to watch. So any of you who are new, there's plenty. You just go to my video tab in the Facebook on my Devour Dinner page, and you can go and scroll through and choose any recipe you want, watch it, and you can pause it so that you can make something right along with me, okay? Have no fear. I haven't forgotten about you, but that's what's going on so that you guys all know. Kathy says, can I come along in your back packet? Kathy, love all of your sites. You guys are fantastic. I know. You know what? I feel like I've been traveling a ton, especially where my kids moved and they took the grandbabies away. It's been a lot crazy. I think it'll probably be really what my new life is, where I'm traveling a lot back and forth, and I'm really grateful that I'm able to do that. All right, we've got 1 minute left. I don't know why that beeped. That always worries me. We've got 1 minute left on the taco soup, and then we're gonna release that pressure. Now with taco soup, how do you like to serve your taco soup? I like sour cream. I like cheese. I like tortilla chips. You know, you could also do cornbread, some air fryer cornbread if you have an air fryer that hasn't been recalled. I like avocado on top. You could put some hot sauce, some cilantro, some diced tomatoes, you name it. Doctor up the top of this soup, because there's nothing better than taking a spoonful of the hot soup and getting the cool cheese and the cool sour cream, and you get the taste and the textures all in one mouthful, and it is heavenly. Heavenly. Peggy says, cheese. Michelle says, I made your easy Buckeyes and your cranberry orange cookies. My daughter-in-law couldn't wait to make the Buckeyes after having some. Aren't those great? We made those probably 4 different batches during the holidays because I took them to every event. They were just so easy and so fun to grab them. In fact, I probably still have some in my deep freeze. You guys, my deep freeze is busting at the seams with cookies and treats and all things because I'm constantly making recipes. Okay, this just beeped at us, so I'm gonna release the pressure. Once again, please, 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 please listen to me. Pull your pressure cooker away from your cabinets, away from your lights hanging above, because this steam's gonna hit it and it will ruin your cabinets, I promise you. So for me, I'm gonna push this off to the side because I've got cameras above, I've got laptop computers over here, and I don't want any of this on it, all right? So we're just gonna push this over here, and I'm just gonna open it up. Now, because it is soup, it might start spitting that soup out. Remember, we've got a pretty full pressure cooker going on here, right? So it's possible it could start spitting some soup. And if it does, close the pressure valve. Just close it. If it starts spitting, close it. That's called intermittent pressure release, or controlled pressure release. Okay, so do that. Don't freak out. Don't put a towel on top. Just close it. Pretty simple. You should never walk away when your pressure cooker is releasing pressure because it just kind of needs to be babysat. And it could take 5 minutes to release that pressure. Just let it do its thing. You're good. Trust me. You can work in the kitchen and you can clean your dishes and all the things. Bill, let's go ahead and drop the link for our super cubes one more time in case you're just hopping on, because I am going to fill a couple of these with taco soup and freeze it. Bill today is helping. He is actually traveling and out of state. And so he is not even in Idaho where I'm at. Can you believe it? And he wants some tomato soup. So we're gonna put some in here and we're gonna close it up, and then I'm gonna put it in my freezer so that he has some taco soup when he gets back. And the code on that is DevourDinner10. It is in lowercase. So make sure you pay attention to that. Super important. All right, if you haven't given this video a thumbs up or a heart, please, please do so. Right now, hit it. I wanna see those hearts and those likes happen. Because let me tell you, Facebook notices, I'm seeing them, goes the hearts. Woohoo! I love it. I haven't been able to release, there's a whole bunch, you guys. Keep it going, keep it going. Facebook hasn't shown me this before, and this new system that I've got going, I get to see so much more, and I'm loving it, actually. Like, you guys are fantastic. You're blowing it up. Big hugs, big hugs. Okay, and if you have shared this on your wall or into a group, big hugs. Thank you for sharing my content. It means so much. Amy from the Instant Pot 101 for Beginners is always so wonderful and so supportive of my channel, along with her moderators. I'm truly blessed and I'm truly grateful for all they do, the help they give me, and answering questions here in the comments for people as well. So big hugs to the Instant Pot 101 for Beginner group as well. Love it. You guys just blew that up. Oh my gosh. I love it. Like, makes me so happy. It's the simple things in life. All right, while we're waiting for this to finish, let's drop one more link. I know I hit on this, but let me tell you, you guys keep sending me messages. It's for Clean Simple Eats, and it's the protein that I take daily. It's how I've lost 50 pounds, 50 plus at this point. But if you recall, my weight loss journey has not been for weight loss, it's been for feeling better. I wanted to have a better relationship with food and not be so addicted to it. Diets for me are hard because they're restrictive. So I'm not on a diet. But what I choose to do is have a protein shake every morning for breakfast. And Clean Simple Eats, this brand, I've tried lots of other brands, but this one has worked well for me. This is the one I like, and so I'm sharing it with you. I do have a code and a link that we're gonna get dropped. Use code DevourDinner, one word, all caps. You get 10% off. They have a new product. It just came out. It is a gluten-free pancake and waffle mix. Now listen, their protein is gluten-free, which I didn't even know for like 8 months. But what I did know about the protein is I digested it so smoothly, and it wasn't gritty, and it didn't leave an aftertaste. And that really helped my body feel better. Now they make a gluten-free pancake waffle mix, and they sent me a bag. So I have the chocolate. It has big chunks of chocolate in it. Hands down, I have their regular pancake protein, I like their gluten-free better. It's fluffier, it's lighter, it's not grainy. I don't think it tastes like a protein pancake mix, where so many others are so dense and heavy. I really like the gluten-free pancake and waffle mix from Clean Simple Eats. My code, Devour Dinner, one word, all caps, will work on everything on their site. You'll get 10% off. So click the link that we dropped. It's in the comments. Use my code if you're interested. Like I said, I use protein every morning, and it helps start my day. It curbs my appetite so that I'm not hungry and snacking all day long, and it's helped me recognize the foods that empower me with more energy, and it's helped me make better choices. Because I'm making better choices and I'm not eating as much junk, I've lost weight. It goes hand in hand, but I'm not on a diet. Trust me. I make cookies, you guys. I'm not on a diet. I'm just choosing better foods. And you've seen it all last year. It was a slow weight loss, and it's made a huge difference, just a huge difference. So if you're interested, grab some of it. It's really wonderful. And if you're interested to know more, you can hop over to my healthy eating group, and I talk about it more over there as well. And you can be a part of that. Kathy says CSE is great. So CSE stands for Clean Simple Eats, and it is great. It's made in the US. It's actually a small business out of Utah, and it's phenomenal. So true story. My husband started it in January. Keep in mind, I did it all last year. He started in January. He's lost about 19 pounds. For him, the first thing he noticed is he was feeling better, and it curbed his appetite. And it's helped him to make some better choices. He put an app on his phone to help count his calories because he wanted to lose weight, where I wanted just a better relationship with food. And so he's attacking it a lot quicker than I did. And so he's choosing that. And it's really fun to see him have success. My son is also on it and has lost 16, 17 pounds as well. Yay us, right? So I tell you these things just to let you know you can do it at home too. And I'm happy to talk about my story and help you too. Okay. Mary, what clean eating group? I will post it in Facebook when I get off. I don't have the link handy. And so I cannot, well, maybe I can grab that really fast. Let's see if I can do this. Nope, it is not letting me pull it up really fast, you guys. Sometimes when I have everything going on my computer and I'm live, it doesn't always let me find what I'm looking for. We'll try one more thing. Aha, there we go. I think I got it. Yep, I do. Okay. You have to join it. It's a private closed group. In order to be accepted in the group, you've got to answer the questions. If you don't answer the questions, I will not accept you. It's because I get a lot of bots and a lot of people that don't need to be there. And this is a very quiet, specific little group. So if you want to join, it's free. It's just a group that I talk about this other stuff in. All right. Our pressure cooker has ended. So let's go back and let me show you what we got going here so we can make up a bowl. All right, all the steam's gonna go, and then I'm going to, oh, do you guys remember this? Look, your little handle, your little tidbit of your handle, of your lid goes right in your handle, and then all the condensation from your lid will run down and catch. Little tip for those of you who are new. Let's get top down and get a new one out. Now you notice when I put everything in, it was all in layers, right? But now it's all evened out. Look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? Smells fantastic. All right. Let's come right up here. You see that? Look at it. Chunks of tomato with the beans. You've got the chilies. You've got everything you could possibly want. Now I'm doing just a little cup right here. Nothing fancy, just a little cup. I'm gonna make 2 of these up really fast. Uh-oh. Where did we go? Are we still live? We're good. Okay. My computer just did something wonky. It kind of scared me a little bit. You guys hear Finn in the background? Finn says, yes, please, I want some. There we go. Now, let's do a little bit of sour cream in each of these. Ooh, I'm gonna use my finger. We're gonna add a little bit of cheese right on top. Should have done this in the reverse order, actually. And then we're gonna add some chips. When I do these lives, we push Finn out so that he does not get near my feet, but he hears me talking and he wants in. Isn't that fun? Look at that. There we go. What do you think? Does it look like magic? Should we pull it up top so you can see it? There we go. All right, where are those hearts? I want to see those hearts, you guys. Look at that. Okay, this bowl's hot. Let's pull it up this way. There we go. All right, here's a sampling. Oh, it's hot. Oh, a little bit of a cheese pull. There we go. All right, I'm going to taste it. That's hot. That's way hot. This is delicious. Truly, truly delicious. All right, now let me fill up a super cube. Let me just show you how easy it is. Remember, these edges are hard, but the bottoms are soft. Okay? It's a firm enough plastic that it'll hold it, and you'll feel the heat through it, but the tops are rigid. All right, because it's got this like metal in it. We're just gonna fill it up. So easy to do. Kind of balancing it on the Instant Pot right here. There we go. One more. So how many servings does this taco soup make? Well, I'm freezing 4 servings. I've already spooned up 2 servings. Here we go. See that? And then you can take a little paper towel or a wash rag and you can clean up the edges if you feel like it. Just pretty simple. You don't have to. I like to. There you go. And this, I will put the lid on. I'm going to wait till this cools. I will put the lid on it and I will pop it in the freezer. To pop these out, because those bottoms are so squishy, they literally pop out. So I know ice cube trays can be difficult and they don't pop out. These pop out so easily. And that's what I love, is because this is so flexible, okay? And you can bake in these. Did you know that? So you could do little individual lasagnas and you can bake in this. You just take the top plastic off and you bake in the silicone. Super fun, super easy. All right. That is my live demonstration for you today. We have Instant Pot taco soup. Colleen says, does the cube stain with the tomato sauce in the soup? No. Okay, so Colleen, you must have jumped on after I mentioned this. So both of these, I have used over and over. I make little mini lasagnas in this all the time. And I want you to like, look, there's nothing, there's no stain, there's no residue. I use a little bit of Dawn dish soap and my little scrubby and just go rinse it out with hot water. It's good to go. It doesn't stain. Neither do the lids. I don't know what magic they have in this, because we all know that our Tupperware is stained orange and we hate it, right? It's yucky. No, I use this all the time. Have no problems whatsoever. Initially, yeah, it looks just like my stained Tupperware, but wash it and it just comes right out. It's super simple, super simple. Sigrid says, nope. And you're right, it doesn't. Kind of fun. All right, everybody. This has been so fun to be live today. I love that I'm getting the technology and I'm seeing more things going on. All of these hearts, all of these likes. You all are just fantastic. I hope you'll make this recipe. If you've made one of my recipes, please hop over to my site, devourdinner.com, and go and leave a review on one of those recipes. It makes a huge difference. A huge, huge difference. People read those reviews and it lets them know what you liked, what maybe you changed or added. Makes a world of difference. And if you're new, welcome and please come back. Usually I'm live every week, but like I said, I'm going to Chicago, and from Chicago, I'm going somewhere else warm, and then I'm hitting my kids. So I will be gone for a number of weeks, but you will see me active on Facebook and over on Instagram. So follow me on Instagram and you'll see what I'm up to, because I like to do a little bunch of reels and show you what's going on over there. So you'll hit those, but don't hesitate to reach out. Let me know what you're doing. I love it. You guys are fantastic. Big shout out again to Amy and the Instapot 101 for Beginners group, all of her moderators, you ladies, big hugs. Seriously, love you all. Have a fantastic week. We're rolling into March already. I can't believe it. Lots of fun holidays coming up. We've got Easter, we've got St. Patrick's Day, just lots of fun things. So have a wonderful week. Remember, be kind to each other, especially yourself. Life is difficult. Give yourself some grace. You're doing wonderful. You maybe don't think so, but guess what? You are. Give yourself a big hug. Love yourself for all that you are doing, because it is enough. All right, everybody. Big hugs. Love you all. See you later. Bye.